And there's Loopy.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good game.
Good games, my friend. But that was awesome. I'll wait. I'll wait until it's time to talk about it.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank both of you for playing once again. It was very fun to watch. And second, of course, congratulations, Gurthang, for winning. Do you guys have any shoutouts you'd like to make?
No.
Shout out to the Twitch chat, to my friends Carlos and Izal who are watching right now.
Cool.
So hi them. Yeah, shout out to you guys for casting it.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
so nice. Now, first game took place on a map that you guys are pretty familiar with, that we're all pretty familiar with, Overgrowth. So, talk a little bit about this particular game, Gurthang.
When did I do that game?
Protoss versus Protoss.
Oh, the PvP with a fast expand and you putting a pylon in funny places.
A funny place. I like that spot.
Nah, I know.
It works very nicely. Admittedly, that was a pretty sizable blunder on my part, putting down those sentries there and just losing them. That was silly. But that's usually how I open against Protoss on that map. Is
cool.
3-gate expand usually works. Either that or 2-gate robo are the two options. After that, it's all improv. No
Sure.
After that point.
And there was definitely some heavy amount of aggression aimed at you, Loopyloo, but you kind of survived it. Talk about that part of the game.
Very nice contain. I quite often panic under contains, so I shouldn't be saying that in case I play this again. Anyway, that was a very nice pylon placement. Of all the times I've ever played Overgrowth, never seen it, so nice one.
Really?
Yeah. I saw it, I was like, oh, you cheeky bastard.
I use that because my brother uses it against me. Every time I play him, every single time, without fail, if we play on that map and he decides, yeah, I'll play Protoss this time.
Just put a cannon there.
That's where he puts the pylon. He doesn't usually cannon rush. He usually just beats me with superior micro.
There's an idea there, though.
Yeah, but in regards to my side of the point of view, just a bit of panic. I had, I think, 3 warp gates and a robo for the longest time. I was really late on the robo too, so couldn't kill the stalkers. But
you did have a robo, okay.
I was happy with the one thing that I was happy with that was my mothership. The millisecond before death, just threw the photon cannon on, and that made me smile. But I knew I was dying, like, because of the contain. And the canteen, I ate too much. But yeah, you just out Protossed me, I think, is a good term for it. So well done.
Well, it's generally how I like to go about it is start the game aggressively, because if I can't get in a position where I'm dictating the terms of the game right away, I usually get steamrolled because I tend to play a little bit slow.
Well, yeah, aggressive openers are actually much bread and butter for PvP. There's a few ways to not do that, but you don't generally see anybody try them even unless they're diamond or higher. Gotta say, I'm a fan of the Oracle opener myself, but whatever works for
I
you.
used to do that a lot. and then everyone built something in their mineral line after a while, and I stopped doing it. It stopped working. Like, you have to commit too much to this. You have to go Oracle straight into a Void Ray, and you have to really get a lot done with it for it to work, because everyone is pretty well defended against it.
All right, then. Our second map was a Secret Spring, and things got pretty interesting there. Talk about your opening in this particular game, Gurthang.
This is, that's another opening that I picked up from one of my siblings, is opening with 2 gates into straight zealots. You get 6 to 8 of them and try to do as much damage as you can to a Zerg. If the Zerg opens with a 6 pool, you have Zealots out as fast as you can have Zealots out. Mm-hmm. So you're prepared against that. If they 6 pool, you're probably going to win. And if they don't 6 pool, then you have Zealots on their side of the map. So you can kill the Queen, or you can, if it's not a map like Secret Spring where the natural is behind the main base, if the natural's out front and they go hatch first, sometimes you can get the hatch down if you get enough chronos into your warp gates and it's a small enough map. That wouldn't really work on Secret Spring, only because you have to go into the main base, so there's already going to be drones that can be pulled to defend, and a queen usually, and units popping out right there. So that's not really what you'd go for, but at that point you just go for drone kills.
Sure.
Or contain.
Okay. Do you find that works as well on other maps, or is it just that with Secret Spring in particular it's effective?
It's pretty good on any map where you know where they're going to spawn. So I'll use that against, if I know they're a Zerg player and it's a 2-player map, I use that.
Okay.
And it usually works. However, if you overcommit to it, it's a bad thing. Especially on a map like Secret Spring or Vonnie Research Station, or I think there's one more map in this map pool where you get a backdoor expand. Oh, Inferno pools. But that's a 4-player, so it's a little harder to do this build. But if you overcommit to it, which I did when I was laddering earlier today, and you just pump out more than 8 Zealots and you try to really hard contain them with it, they switch to roaches. If you're not in their base killing a lot of drones, they switch to roaches and bust out, and then you've overcommitted. You're probably still on 1 base and 4 gateways, and you get crushed.
Okay. Well, Gurthang, your perspective. You got Zealots running into your base early. What are you thinking?
Loopyloo here, but yeah. I'd like to thank my second Overlord that came out for my not dying immediately, because it was at the top of the ramp, and for some reason the Zealot decided to just have a little picnic there before running in, which pretty much saved me, I'd say. Although it was still like terrible damage. I saw it and I was like, okay, lings, nothing but lings from now on, only lings. And then I realized that I could only make 4 sets of lings before the Overlord said that they can't think of any more until so
no brain power. We need more brain power.
They have pretty big heads. You'd think they'd be able to manage it.
I know,
but,
right?
So yeah, I was happy to hold it off, but I wasn't happy with my situation, and then things went south from there for reasons of unknown. I'd probably go on a too deep a tangent about the technical difficulties, but I'll summarize it.
Man.
So obviously first, the weird crash on StarCraft 2 on my part, and I'm not sure about you, Omega, but when I came on, you were offline as well, so I don't know if anything happened on your end.
Yeah, just Peanut sometimes kicks me when I leave games. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, mine just crashed, and I don't know why it doesn't tend to do that. But yeah, and then we got back in, and then the whole Zealot malarkey happened. And then, for some reason, my Battle.net launcher decided that it wanted to be the important thing on my screen, so it minimized StarCraft.
Okay.
So I went back into StarCraft a bit annoyed, and thought, okay, and then about 10 seconds later, or maybe like 20 seconds later, it decided it was the most important thing for me. So it minimized StarCraft again. So then I closed the Battle.net launcher and went back into StarCraft and talked in chat. And then just after talking in chat, I looked up to the top right and saw I had an insane amount of minerals.
Oh no.
And it was painful, and I was panicking, didn't know what to do, so I expanded everywhere and hoped for the best. It was depressing.
Yes, there were about 6 bases. Zero Q is very happy. In chat.
More bases, the better. I'm amazed I didn't win. I mean, come on.
You definitely could have outproduced me.
Yeah, I was trying. Uh, I got like 2 waves of army out, but the Archon Immortal was too strong. If you had not scouted the bottom right base at the end, I would have done my favorite transition, which is Ultralisk transition. That's my favorite. It catches all the players on ladder off guard every time.
Yeah,
So I
I
was
wouldn't
hoping it
have
would
been
work against
expecting
you.
that.
Yeah,
I
I would have
had the
probably.
one robo, so I don't know if I'd be able to respond quickly enough to that.
Yeah,
Archons aren't great against Ultralisks. They're
they're
not.
reasonable. It was more for the zealots and for the fun. But yeah, I probably would have got like 10 ultras out or something. But they would have been I think either 1 defense or 2 defense, one of those 2, and 0 attack because I wasn't getting melee.
Oh,
So it
yeah,
wouldn't have been
getting
too
handcuffed
great.
is an
So,
Hydra.
and then you found it, so I was just like, okay, forget ultras, mutalisks, and archons would inevitably. I tried to make my army focus down the archons first, but they couldn't do anything. So yeah. Good game though.
Oh yeah, very good. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Zero, do you have anything that you'd like to ask the players?
I liked it. It was nice.
I'm happy to please you.
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions. I mean, I think they were pretty straightforward. You guys both played very well. I thought that was a pretty even match. I mean, the contained from the first game, once you defended that, it looked like you were going to normalize, but I think Gurthang had his third for a little too long there. And that's kind of what tipped. But no, I thought it was really even. You guys are a good match.
It was fun.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Well, then, everybody that mostly makes us stun, we have one more match, I think. Fade just messaged me and said he probably won't be able to make it, which complicates things immensely. But depending on how things are looking over on Shadver's end, we might have him playing somebody else. We'll see. I will get back to y'all on Twitter about that. But in any case, that won't be, if it happens, for another 2 hours. So see you guys later.
Alrighty.
All right, catch you later.
Best of luck.